Welcome back to another episode of the K-Dog&Fish Show. I am Fish.
K-Dog.
Funko unveiled at the New York Toy Fair something brand new.
Biddy Cities.
Biddy Cities. By the way, that flows off the tongue real nice.
It does. It flows
that's
real well.
nice.
It's no slur.
nice.
It's no slur prize.
It's not a slur prize, but you're right.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually, we got a lot of this information from Tristan at Top Ops, his video of being at New York Toy Fair. And somebody from the Funko booth was running him through what all this was. And it actually revealed some other new Biddy Pop rides and buildings that are coming soon. So we highly suggest you check out our buddy Tristan's video from New York Toy Fair. Anyway, what this Biddy City means is it could be pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
It could be very cool.
Yeah.
Basically, there's going to be 3 packs this year. And it was, just Biddy City Pack 1, 2, and 3 that are road pieces.
Road pieces, lights, trees, like
accessories. Yeah, so, and there's each road piece has little holes in it, pre-drilled holes, so you could put street lamps, shrubbery. There'll be decorations, they said, for holidays. All of this to fit in with the actual existing and future release Biddy Pop towns that they did, like the Quickie Mart, and then the rides could ride on the roads. I'm impressed with the possibility of the scale of this thing. And before we get into some future Biddy Pop rides and towns that we got a sneak peek of from New York Toy Fair, I'm not gonna lie, and we've on biddies before. This to me is pretty cool. It gives you freedom to take whatever, like some people do, like the full-on like train towns with the motorized toy trains, or Lego, as even Will Ferrell did in the Lego movie when you went into his basement and it became live action. You saw this mega
you could build
city of
Lego.
Lego.
There's Lego Creator, and I've actually wanted to actually get into that because you can buy all the modular houses and they all go together.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
So that's
Yeah,
what
it's pretty
this
sweet.
It's pretty cool, but it costs
a
a
pretty penny.
lot of money.
That's because Lego. But you can imagine, like, these are, and everything's to scale. That's the other thing that impressed me, was that you could put those buildings, these little Biddy Pop towns, and you could go as big or as small as you want with this thing. It just, I don't know. I actually thought it looked pretty cool.
I am going to have 2 sides to this story.
Okay.
But I will begin with the positive side.
All right.
It's kind of cool. I'll give it a little bit of props.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's cool. It's kind of cool.
What was your other thought?
I didn't
So
like
you
it
did
until I saw
two
the video.
thoughts.
Yeah. I'll get into my other thought afterwards.
Okay.
You tell us all the new stuff.
I agree
in the
with
video.
you. When I
Yeah.
first heard Biddy City,
I was
I'm
like,
like,
geez.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
But the fact that it's actually just the road pieces for you to be able to build your existing Biddy stuff around, and in any way that you want, that comes with curved pieces, straight pieces, and then lampposts.
And the house is interswapped between other pieces. They can go in and out.
I'll give them props. It's nice. I wouldn't
say it's nice.
They did sports courts.
It's okay.
They did sports courts. There's a soccer field, a basketball court. You build yourself a little neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to come out with grass panels, like to have like a central park with like some fountains and stuff.
Well, they even said that they're working on, in Tristan's video, we saw a Ferris wheel. Like they plan to do more things for people to be able to build these little Biddy cities. And I like the name. I like the way this. I don't own any Biddies. Let's back it up. But I have, in other shows that we've talked about, there's things that I absolutely hate, like the bouquets and some
They're bigger than I thought. They showed them off in that
bouquets?
video.
Yeah.
They're the size of a Funko Pop.
There's lots of stuff with Biddies that I can't stand. But there are some things like the Quickie Mart, like some of the rides, the Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon. And that brings us to some of the ones that we got sneak peeks of in this video.
Okay.
We're going to get a bitty Michael J. Fox DeLorean Back to the Future. We also saw Luke in Land Speeder. There was a Stitch in the spaceship car. There was some,
is that something about TMNT and they're going to be in cars that are pizza boxes?
Yeah,
those are the bitty racers they're coming
Bitty
back
racers?
with.
Yeah.
So that's something else that was we got a sneak peek of towards the end of that video. Was a new product called Bitty Racers, basically
Or
Hot
Funko
Wheels.
racers. Yeah, they're just Hot Wheels.
Sorry, Funko
Funko
Racers,
Racers.
not Bitty Racers.
But they're the scale of the regular pop rides. so
Yeah,
it's-
for bitty pop rides.
Yeah.
And then these are basically, and you actually could take your existing Hot Wheels collection and intertwine it with the bitty city as well with the roads. Like there's multiple, if you're a collector of any kind, this could work. And those Funko Racers are basically their version of Hot Wheels with licensed characters in the vehicles. And yes, they did say they're going to do Ninja Turtles and the cars are going to be pizza boxes. So that too, you could do this to mix with Lego to do bigger cities. There's a lot of possibilities for collectors. You can take up a whole length of a table if you want, or keep a very small
Bookshelf.
center display.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different applications. Give us a positive thing from a collector. Especially a Lego collector. Could you see this working to help with Lego sets too?
No. It's not. It's a very different market. This is a market for kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young kids.
So if you're gonna do Lego, you would do
This goes away from the whole Funko market of appealing to
adult collectors.
adult collectors. This is for kids. This is toy company stuff.
Gotcha.
This is toy company. This is Hasbro.
Because if I'm not wrong, like there's also Playmobil like city sets that
Yeah.
you can do too, right?
Yeah. This
So-
is a
is
different
Mattel.
market. Biddies are a different market. They're a children's market. They're like anyone under 12.
And from what we can tell, like those bitty road packs probably won't be very expensive. But if you want to do a whole thing like they had displayed, that's going to cost you. Like you're going to need.
I could see a pack being like $9.99 Canadian.
Yeah, I'd say under $10. Yeah, but you are going to need a shitload of them in order to do the kind of stuff that they were doing.
Yeah.
Like you're going to need a lot of them. And in that
I mean,
case,
10 packs could get you whatever because they can go any which way. So
yeah, you
10
can
packs
do whatever
are
you
good.
want. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think if I were to have some of the bitty town stuff that I like, or let's say you just stick with one genre and you're doing Friends,
Yeah.
get the bitty Friends line, get the Central Perk, do a little park, do an apartment building or something, and just
Yeah, I can see if you're like an adult with like a job, rent, I could see you getting like one of them, like the Marty McFly and the DeLorean,
yeah.
to just put on your desk.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like there's that market. Other than that, to actually build the city and do all that, yeah, that's child. That's children's.
Let's say you're a
Nothing against
massive-
children. I have nothing against children. I don't want any of myself. I'm not saying that they're a drain on your economy or your personal spending, but I'm just saying
Oh, they are.
that
Imagine you're a massive Back to the Future fan.
Well, yeah, you'd want to get the little DeLorean.
You get the little DeLorean, the Marty McFly. You get a road pack, and then you actually build yourself a diorama of the sign that he drives through.
Yeah.
And just leave it on one end and just display that on a shelf. I would do that.
That would be super fun, and you could
I
build
would
that.
do it.
You could build that super quick while your mom's making your grilled cheese upstairs.
This
Anyways,
reminds me when I was
you
in the 90s, like when we were kids, we had this rug that had like a city on it, but it
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
all
yeah.
flat, and I'd use my Hot Wheels or cars.
I
and drive
remember
down the
those.
roads.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
that, but 3D. I would love this about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But what about the adults who do the electric train.
They're not doing
with the
this.
trains.
This is not electric train.
But they have a little miniature town.
You're insulting the electric train community.
Those are adults.
We are going to get
I support the electric train community.
This is different than that.
Community.
Adults aren't going to be like dedicating a room to this bitty cities.
That's what we want to hear in the comments. Maybe they will.
Show us your bitty cities.
Yeah.
I look forward to those pictures.
Jokes. I have so many jokes.
All right.
Show us your bitty cities.
I'm trying to be very positive.
Okay.
Here's my problem with this stuff.
Okay.
They're small. They're cheap. They're not expensive, which means there's not a big profit margin for Funko in this.
Okay.
But there's a lot of production that goes involved, including the shipping and everything else to get it over here. I feel like Funko, not only they're splitting off into being a toy company, which I understand you want to be a toy company. But the problem is there's not enough meat on the bone for Funko. We're seeing as retailers, there's not enough meat on the bone for Funko. There's not enough meat on the bone for them. They're going to put so much money into creating this, and you better hope to God it sells. But even if it does sell, how much money are you really making? Mm-hmm. By the time you sell it to a retailer and they're putting it on their shelf for $10, right?
Yeah.
They got to make their money. How much are you making it for? You got to get it to North America, and then you're going to wholesale it. You're going to make like $1.50 on your wholesale price. This is what I'm worried about Funko. Again, trying to be positive.
Yeah.
They're doing too much. They're expending a lot of capital on this stuff with very little profit margin. And it's a lot of money chewed up. And my other worry is that when it does go to the retailers, we've seen it with Funko, with Toys R Us, and other people getting out of Funko, is there going to be enough meat on the bone for retailers to actually have this in their stores? Because if they don't, then you're screwed.
Well, they would sell it on their own website.
But there's going to be such little margin in this. You can sell it on your own website if you want, but there's going to be such little margin in this and so much work that is going into this. And there's no margin for Funko. There's no margin for retailers. So if they don't want to bring it in and they don't want to carry it on their shelves because it's not selling or we don't make enough money off it, then Funko is going to get stuck with it, which is going to take the money away from actually the collecting side of things, which is what they used to be. And let's face it, Target Con, amazing. WonderCon blew me away. Like, come on. Like, again, we're kind of like the company's getting so spread out. Yeah. You know, it doesn't make sense. And that's the only thing I'm complaining about right now is that they're going with really low, cheap items, which is great. You want to make impulse items? That's great. Impulse items are great. But there's still not a lot of money in impulse items.
Yeah.
Right?
As far as them making a profit.
Yeah. Like, that's all there is to it, you know?
I gotcha.
Plus, you got to really see it in the store. It's not something you find on a website. Like,
well, yeah, you actually have to experience it. You got to see it. They're small. Also,
stores won't unpackage and display it the way that they did at New York Toy Fair.
But they're also so small that retailers are going to have to worry about theft, right? Because it's going to be pretty easy to steal that. Like, if I go into a GameStop and I see that DeLorean, I'm just going to steal it. I'm not going to pay for it. Like, why am I going to pay for it? I'll put it in my pocket.
Don't steal. Kids, don't steal.
I was going to throw it in my pocket and go, see you guys. You know? I'm going to ask the guy, hey, do you guys have an NHL 95 game? He's going to go, I'll go look in the back. He goes, I'm going to DeLorean around my pocket. I'm out of there. You know? So,
you don't thief.
You know? I'll be like, all right, see you later. You know? So, but I'm just saying, like, it is cool, but what I'm saying is there are some drawbacks from a retailer side, and I feel like there's a drawback from a cash flow situation with Funko, and I think that's where the problem right now is with Funko, is that they're having trouble, establishing a proper cash flow because they did stuff that were high price items like the moments, the posters,
and one successful high price item right now is Jumbotron.
Jumbotron's working.
Jumbotron, and I bet you the profit margin on Jumbotron is real nice.
But we saw the posters didn't work.
Correct.
The posters were
too big.
They're too big, and it was too high of a like. It was you probably as a retailer you probably made some money off it, but not a lot because they were expensive. Yeah. For even for us, for its wholesalers, but they were too big, and people didn't want to pay the $110, $120 for it, so you couldn't sell that. Where you could make a little cheddar, and now you're going the opposite direction, where it's like, yeah, that's great, but it's a lot of production time, a lot of resources, a lot of money putting into it. by the time you pay the licensing and everything else, it's just a lot. And I just that's what scares me, is that I think that Funko is overextending themselves in different areas. They're getting away from their collectors. I get that you want to be a toy company. I get you're moving towards kids. I totally get that. I understand it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you're pissing off collectors, and collectors, the older collectors, people that used to be excited for the cons and everything else, are just kind of like whatever. And it's just like,
oh yeah, look at WonderCon.
Like WonderCon was just like
underwhelming.
Whatever. And then I saw today, was there like 2 new Fairly Odd Parents,
yeah.
but they're Amazon exclusives. Are they part of WonderCon?
No.
They're not. They're just right on Amazon.
They have that new Octane 5 sticker.
Yeah, so why shouldn't they be part of WonderCon? Because they're kind of cool.
They are cool.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, those are cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but they're not part of WonderCon, but they're cool.
They're just Amazon.
They're just Amazon exclusive, but they're actually cool. So,
but actually, probably one of the only highlights from WonderCon was the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
2-pack.
And everything else was hot garbage.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Unless you're into anime.
There's always a lot of anime.
Because we like the anime. One Piece.
We definitely want to know what you guys think of Biddy Cities. Please tell us in the comments. We want to take this opportunity to thank our Patreons. If you want to join as a member, you can do so at Patreon/k-dogandfish.
Sign up and get exclusive content, lives, and more.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
See ya.